Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Do want to remind you, best content here. It shows up over there at the national news website, usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. Daymond John, the author of The Power of Broke. He's one of the sharks on Shark Tank, but also you've got other projects and things you're involved in. You actually have a kind of an interview within my interview. You've got a guest that you're going to be sharing with us today. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Brian is the winner of the Miller Lite Tap the Future contest last year. This is our fourth year, and we're rolling it out again, and we're bringing it to a bunch of cities all over the United States where amazing individuals like Brian, and he can tell you more about his company, are going to go up and pitch in front of myself and other business individuals, and they're going to hopefully go on to win $200,000 where, Miller Lite will, give them that money. And that's important capital that you need to start your company or grow your company, and you don't have to give up any percentage. So I'm going to let Brian talk a little bit more about his company right now.
Brian Hill, welcome to the show. Tell us what you got.
You bet. So we were like I said, the Miller Lite Tap the Future champions from last year, and our focus is really around education in correctional environments. So we bring educational, vocational, and treatment programming to those who are incarcerated, which is a pretty tough population, but it's been tremendously successful, and the rehabilitative programming that we've been able to provide through tablet technology and the secure wireless networks we drop in has been transformative for these individuals, and we're excited to be moving forward. We're appreciative of competitions like this that are so critical for entrepreneurs like me.
Talk a little bit about when did you get this started, and what was the idea behind it?
Yeah, so my dad taught in prisons when I was growing up, and so from a very early age, it was something that I recognized was important. And when you see 12 million people cycle through our jails and prisons each year, you realize that we've been doing things pretty improperly for quite a while now. And so that was the beginning. And with any idea, you go out there, you test it out, and you figure out what can we do to make it work. And a couple of failures led to success, and we're now operating in jails and prisons across the country.
Very good. Daymond, you have a question for Brian?
You know what? I always like to ask Brian, why didn't somebody else do this before? And, what do you bring that people didn't do before with the tablets?
Yeah, I think, again, with many ideas, it's not the idea. This isn't rocket science here.
Right.
This is tablet technology. This is education. We've been doing it for a long time. But there's a niche here, and there's something that's important about it, especially in the correctional environment, securely providing it, providing the incentives, understanding the dynamics of what's happening in a prison to make sure that you can deliver it in a meaningful way. And that's oftentimes what a successful business is about. It's about finding a niche area or taking the ideas that are already out there and creating it in a brand or creating it in an environment that can really succeed and that differentiates yourself from the rest.
The one reason why I could see why someone else hadn't done it before is, first of all, it probably required a certain amount of empathy, which you obviously had because of your story. But then there's this, what's the economics? Where's the money to be made? Talk a little bit about that.
You bet. So, there's a small percentage of correctional dollars that are spent towards education already at the state level and sometimes at the county level. And then inmates actually spend, $3 to $4 billion a year on things like snacks and phone calls. I think there's a lot of poor practices mixed into that are going to be changing here in the next few years. But we're going to help do that. We're going to help drive that because we want to make sure that where individuals are investing their money, it's towards something that's going to really change their life and have an opportunity to really make a difference in their future. And that's where Double's focused.
Yeah, very good. Daymond, with about 30 seconds for this segment, we're going to keep you with for one more. Your thoughts about this?
I think it's great. I think that to give this education and, changing education to these individuals who desperately need it, and they have obviously a lot of time to absorb this information and come out and be better individuals than hopefully when they went in. I think that it's invaluable, and I think that, Brian has a double bottom line. He's going to make money, but he's also going to change lives, and I think that that's very, very important. We need more people like Brian, so that's why we want to see these people come out to Miller Lite Tap the Future contest, because there are a million other Brians that just need that infusion of capital to make this dream come true and then change other people's lives at the same time.
Check out Miller Lite Tap the Future. I bet you can find it easily online. I'm going to continue my conversation with Daymond John about his great book, The Power of Broke. The Power of Broke. Phenomenal book. I devoured it. More after this on The Price of Business.